everyone to follow the timing and stick to your own groups. Because we have a huge group and it's very hard for us to run up and down, especially like we have a 480 staircase. Run up and down, it's very hard for us to look for everyone, to coordinate, and especially we are with Rinpoche. We have to make sure we move very fast and go to the place on time and don't waste time. And we have so many places to go. I'm sure everyone wants to go as many places to see as many Guinea as possible, right? So please, we really appreciate everyone. Stick to timing, stick to your own group, and when we are moving, following Rinpoche, please move fast. If you want to take pictures, only when we stay together in the group, then only take pictures. Don't walk, take, hey, where are? No. You slow everyone down. Okay? Okay. The second thing I want to say is, from today's onward, I mean, we have been repeating this many times. The group leaders and the group members, please stick with your group leaders as much as possible. When we are going down to somewhere or we are leaving in a car, please go to your group leader so that they don't have to scream, Group B, Group C, so that the group leader can take attendance immediately. Like Daniel said, oh, Group Niao is there. Okay? Group Niao or Group Lumbu is there. Then Mr. Niao will scream, Niao! Oh, then I know.
Tell you that over here things operate differently, so it's not as 1 is 1, 2 is 2. Here is very, very different. So I want to say that without the Ladang staff, without the outlet liaisons, and without Kichara Discovery, that's liaison Paul, this would not be possible. Because not these last 2-3 years, but before that, when I brought people, I would take care of all the logistics myself. Everything. And it was a lot of work, which I don't mind, but it left me drained to teach or speak about Dharma at all. So now it's become very good because I have more and more very dedicated people, very, very committed people, and people who really want to benefit others. And people who really want to bring the spirituality that we feel here in Kathmandu back to our beautiful country. Our beautiful country is very beautiful, but it's spiritually impoverished. It's spiritually very poor. And people there have money, they're clean, they're educated, they're advanced, and we have everything in Malaysia, everything. But we still feel unhappy, we still feel no purpose, we still feel like when we're old, we just wait for a grandson or a granddaughter, we just think about making money, and all that's not bad, but if it's just that, after a while, everybody gets disillusioned. Even we live there, even we don't know we're disillusioned, we are, because we don't know what else to do. So we get caught in that trap of just being stuck in Kuala Lumpur, in Malaysia, in Singapore, all that. And we just work and work and work, and we get married, we have kids, we have grandkids, and that's the way everybody does things, that's the way it's supposed to be, and that's the way it is, and whether I'm happy or unhappy, it doesn't really matter, because that's what everybody does, and I'm supposed to be happy. So we kind of just go along with it. I'm not saying those people are wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that there's more. So here, people are very poor, over poverty-stricken. But I'd rather be born here. When I come here, I feel like I'm at home. I love seeing the monks and the nuns circumambulating doing prayer. I love going to the temples. I love to do my pujas. The mountains, just seeing the mountains, seeing the air and seeing the environment, it totally just makes me want to do retreat and practice and hold my vows and do that. I really want to do that. So my point is, because the whole environment supports you here. Whereas we're in KL, whereas in KL or wherever we live, when we feel down, when we feel depressed, we only have Kichara House. And if we don't know a lot of Dharma, in Kichara House, sometimes we come across difficulties, human problems, relational problems. And that's natural. But you see, when we go into Kichara House and we come across relationship problems with people, we think, well, they represent Dharma and I don't like this, I'm getting out of here. And when you leave Kichara House, you leave the doors and you go outside of Kichara House, everything out there says make money, make babies, make money, make babies, have fun, enjoy. Nothing encourages you. Whereas if you're living in a Dharma center here or living in a monastery here or living here in a house, even if you get upset at your temple, even if you get upset with people there, even if you're not happy, the minute you go outside, everywhere you look, people are doing Dharma. Everywhere you look, they're circumambulating, praying, and prostrating. And it puts you to shame. It makes your problem very small and encourages you to go back to Dharma. Why? Because the whole environment here supports your Dharma practice. The whole environment here helps you to do Dharma. The whole environment here, so even people you don't know and people you're not going to talk to when you look outside, they're doing Dharma. In KL, we're not like that. We're not. So in KL, when we're upset with something, when we're not happy about something, we just leave. Or if we don't leave, if we feel lazy, we don't want to get involved, we don't want to do any work, we just get involved with our own work and we just go away. Because why? We don't have that support factor like we have here. Here, you may be upset. You may be upset. Some people have the audacity to be upset with their guru here. And then when they go out, they see other people following their gurus and talking and practicing, they go, I shouldn't do that. But in KL, if you get upset with your guru, you tell them, they go, yeah, get him, kill that monk. It's very different here. And then in KL, if you're upset with someone in Dharma center, you go out, people say, I told you. Your mother say, I told you, get married now. Your father say, I told you, where's my grandson? I told you. And then they say, what, something wrong with you, you're in Dharma. Here, completely different. So my point is, here the spiritual energy is so powerful and so invigorating. It is so dirty here. It is so dusty here. It is so dirty and dusty, yet we feel happy. We're going to be here part-time. We're going back to our environments. We know that, but subconsciously. But really a part of that also is we feel the spiritual energy here, the sincerity of the people, the happiness in inverted commas, and the acceptance. So therefore, I would like to bring this back to beautiful Malaysia. And hence I brought a lot of you here to open and awaken your spiritual mind. And I want you to see how other people live and exist. Some of you, I'm sure, have been to Nepal before, but you have not been to Nepal until you've been here with me. Why is that? Because I'm not here to soak in the culture and the economics and all that. I'm here to soak in the spirituality. So wherever I go, you ask me the history of the place, I know nothing and I could care less. But I'll explain to you the meaning, what we're supposed to do, and the significance, and to get the most out of it. Why? My job is spiritual. And I will do that all the way. So hence, I make a lot of effort to go to all the holy places with all you guys and talk and do what I need to do. I've been to all of them. Because you guys and many people more in KL will be the pioneers to bring all of this back to our country. And from our country to nearby countries it will spread. And to the other countries, so we can bring spiritual energy and infusion into our cultures. So that we remain Malaysians and we do as we are and we act as we are, but inside we have a bigger purpose in life. It's okay to have a nice place to live. It's okay to make money. It's okay to do what you're doing, but it has to be more. If it's not, depression, unhappiness will settle in. So hence, I would like to bring this, what we feel here, to Malaysia. And that's why I want my 11 departments to grow, and I want TKL to manifest, to bring this back. To bring this back. So therefore, wherever you are, whatever you do, you think, how can I benefit people? Individually in this room, some of us can benefit, some of us do, some of us cannot. But if we combine our forces, whatever we are deficient in, the other person can do. Whatever they're deficient in, I can do. So if we join forces, very, very powerful. Committed all the way to do something meaningful in your life. So therefore, if we consistently hold our vows, and we consistently have good Guru Samaya, and we consistently perpetuate our Dharma protector of Kichara House consistently, and things will manifest. Things will definitely manifest. So therefore, again, I am very happy to take you all on this trip. I will go for spiritual pilgrimages in the future like Bodh Gaya and Ganden, and I will invite you guys. If you behave yourself. Why? If you think this is powerful, those places will be just as powerful, but the experience will be different. And it will add and enrich your life. Now that I can see my organizers can take care of bigger crowds, I will invite bigger people. I didn't invite more. This is by invitation only this time. Only invitation because I don't want to overburden my people. But I see they can handle more in the future. And they will learn to handle more. And that's very, very good. Now, I went to a Vajrayogini temple a long, long time ago. It is very near Naropa and Tilopa's cave, but they have a few caves where they meditated. And it's called Pamo Nachu. And what it is that from someone who prayed there and meditated on Vajrayogini, a fissure in the ground opened up, and one spring came forth. So the person who meditated there recognized that as Vajrayogini's presence. That fissure represents Vajrayogini's secret private lotus, and the liquid that comes out is her divine nectar that blesses, purifies, and enhances one's spiritual practice. So on that place, they have built a Vajrayogini mandala, silver, and a well vase on top. So from the well vase, water emits forth naturally from the bottom. No one drilled. They couldn't drill hundreds of years ago anyway. And there's no rivers or nothing nearby. So I went to that temple. They do not let foreigners in at all. Last time I had to beg my way in with a bunch of monks, and we went in. So that temple is very nearby Naropa and Tilopa's cave. Creation comes out of a powerful female. Spiritual enlightenment is also born from a female. So taking birth out of a female in spiritual tantric terms is not a physical rebirth. It is Mother Vajrayogini giving us birth from an ordinary person to that of an enlightened being. So it's very, very powerful. Okay? Naropa came from Pataliputra. You don't have that in your book. Don't even write it. It's recorded so you can get the CD. You just focus and listen. Naropa came from Pataliputra of a mixed caste parentage, because there are 4 castes. His father was a liquor seller, one of the lowest castes. And when the time came to follow his father's profession, Naropa rejected it and went into the forest to become a wood gatherer. Even there, his restless, seeking soul gave him no rest. One evening, he chanced to hear the tales of the great sage Tilopa. Someone was talking about this great master, the great Buddhist master Tilopa. Then and there, he decided Tilopa is his guru, and he will not rest until he found him and to receive Dharma from him. So the minute he heard Tilopa's name, faith was born, and he says, I'm going to follow him, and I'm going to find him. So what he did was, he gathered a lot of wood. He gathered quite a lot of wood, and he procured a little bit of money from selling the wood, and he bought himself a skin, a deer skin, and he bought himself some walking sticks and some items to go off to Vishnu Nagar in search of the great master Tilopa, walking. And so what happened was, one day when he reached his destination, he was dismayed to learn that the great sage had recently just left. No one knew where he went. No one knew what happened to him or what direction. No one knew. But Naropa was undaunted. He set off on a journey that would last for the next few years, walking the length and breadth of India, up and down, and east and west, north and south. And everywhere he went in India, walking up and down for the next few years, any hint of Naropa, any hint of Tilopa, any hint of this master, he will go that direction. And he will go to this village and ask, where is Tilopa? He will go to this city and ask, where is Tilopa? And he would beg his way along the way, and he would look and look and look, undaunted. And never did he once say, I give up, or I'm not going to find my guru. And he walked up and down looking for his guru. One day, in the heat, in the windless air, Naropa was sitting under a tree and thinking what's his next step and how to find, and trying to get some news of this great master. And Naropa was on the road to nowhere in particular, and he chanced to see a figure approaching him. In the hazy distance. For no discernible reason, for no identifiable reason, his heart leaped to his throat. and he, as if he had a mind of his own. And he ran down to the unrecognizable master. He ran down there, and he prostrated himself in the ground. He circumambulated the master, and he got on his knees, and he says, "You are my guru, and I have searched for you for years. Please take me as your disciple to serve you, to go begging for you, to find the food for you, to make your resting place, to follow you, and please teach me the Dharma." Tilopa took one look at him, took his walking stick and thrashed him soundly, and beat him up, and told Naropa, "I have never seen you. I hope never to see you again. I am not your guru, and you are not my disciple, and don't be so presumptuous. Stay away from me." And he gave him another thrashing with a stick, and he walked away. If it happened to us, Bukit Aman would have been reported to, and Tsem Rinpoche would have been behind bars. Undaunted, Naropa folded his hands and said, "Oh, my first blessing. How kind my guru is to remove my negative karma. Oh, this is my guru. I found him." And then, for the next 12 years, Naropa followed Tilopa at a distance. And every day he would go to the villages, beg for food 3 times a day, and bring it to Naropa and put it near, Naropa would bring it near and give it to Tilopa. And then run away quickly so he doesn't get a beating. And then his guru would eat the food, and then he'd leave some leftovers. And then when his guru finished, went to sleep or walked away, Naropa would come and take the scraps, put it on his head, and eat up the scraps. He would quietly wash his guru's place. He would quietly wash his guru's clothes, and he would leave it there. The guru never talked to him, never even asked, "What's your name?" for 12 years. So he followed Tilopa everywhere. He didn't get one single word of Dharma. Not one single word. He did not get one single smile. His guru never even asked him, "What is your name? Where are you from? What is your background?" He never gave him anything. So Naropa begged food for his guru for 12 years, cleaned and washed, prepared his leaf bedding outside in the forest, followed him and traveled at a distance so some more he doesn't get a beating. And that went on for 12 years. Not once did Tilopa speak to him. Toward the end of the 12th year, they chanced upon a village celebrating the wedding feast of a wealthy man's daughter. The generous host had provided the guests with 84 different types of curry. One of the dishes was a delicacy so rare and so exquisite that one taste would make you believe you had dined with the gods. So when they chanced upon a village, there was music. Like we saw yesterday, there was music and dancing celebration, just like that, with horns and cymbals. And it was incredible because then they were at the village, and Naropa went to the wedding to beg for food. And when you have a wedding or a special function, when a sadhu or a meditation a person or a monk comes to beg, it is a great honor to give food to them because it brings luck to the bride and groom. It's a very great occasion. So they gave him some curries. He brought it back to Tilopa, and Tilopa ate the curries and said, this is so delicious. And Tilopa was licking his fingers, going, what lick they eat with their hands? Indian people? Yum, yum. This curry is so good. Yummy, yum, yum. Where did you get this curry from? My son. And Naropa went, I'm not kidding. What did your eminence say? Oh, I like the curry. And he was smacking his lips as he's saying, where did you get this curry from? I love it. Yum, yum. 12 years. First time, that's the first thing he said to him. The curry is good. So Naropa was, it says in the text, he reached like one level of bodhisattva. He was so happy. He was like, so the first thing he said is, I'm going to get more curry. So he brought it back. The same thing happened. He was licking his fingers. He was smacking his lips, and he was really happy. And Naropa went back another time, brought it back, went another time. By the 5th time, Naropa was a little uncomfortable. So he kind of sheepishly went to the wedding, and he was like, from my group. And they were like, what kind of sadhu is this who has such a big stomach? They suspected maybe he has a family, he's posing as a holy man to get free food. They really thought that, and they said, oh, they gave it to him because it's a wedding, they don't want to be inauspicious to refuse a mendicant or a holy man or a sadhu. So he brought it back, and he gave it to the Guru. And you see, before he went, he was very humiliated. He was very embarrassed. And Naropa had this ego like, oh, I'm going to lose my reputation. And it's going to spread all over the place. And I can't beg anymore. I won't get any more food. And how am I going to do this? And it's really humiliating. Oh, never mind. He says, let me just get it, whatever, out with my ego. That's literally what he had, that inner battle, walking the 5th time. Then, when he came back, the Tilopa, his guru, ate and finished the curry and said, my son, you have served me so well for 12 years, and you have not given up, and you have been very diligent. You have not generated anger, and you have followed me. I will reward you now. Tilopa couldn't believe it. Naropa couldn't believe it. Naropa immediately prostrated to his guru in the dirt, circumambulated his guru, and offered some flowers. And he sat down at his guru's feet with great reverence. Tilopa, being such a high practitioner, he drew a Vajrayana mandala in the dirt. He initiated him into Vajrayani's practice. Then he says, now you don't need any more. Go. So Naropa was sent to a cave to meditate. Not 6 years, not 12 years, not 1 lifetime, not 10 lifetime, not 12 or 14 lifetime. Within 6 months, he had visions of Vajrayana. Within 6 months, he can communicate with Vajrayana. Within 6 months, he gained Maha Mudra Siddhi. Chakya Chandra means he's attained full realization to emptiness and gained great bodhicitta within 6 months. After he has received that attainment, he had a vision of Vajrayana. Because originally he practiced Vajrayana in the form of Vajravarahi. And Vajravarahi is like this, we're going to see today. He meditated on this form, okay, with a cutter right here. After he achieved her Mahamudra Siddhi, he had a vision of her like this. And she talked to him directly, she communicated directly, and she initiated him again into this practice. So from Naropa's lineage comes Naro Kache or Naro Dakini. Naro Dakini is the Dakini according to the vision of Naropa. And in Tibet, Sakya and Gelupas follow this school and follow this version 100%, because Naropa is famous for his attainments within 6 months. And immediately from his body, like a polished mirror, rays of light went many yohanas kilometers, I guess, into the distance and from his cave. So Naropa is the first lineage master of the Naro Dakini lineage, of which all the Buddhist masters of this world who confer Vajrayana are following that lineage. So we're going to go to the cave now of the great Mahasiddha, Naropa, and Tilopa. And why do we go to their cave? Why? We go to the cave to pray to them, to thank them for spreading this lineage, and to ask them to bless us that we may accomplish what they accomplished. May we have great Guru devotion, and may we also be nurtured by Vajrayani's holy presence, just like you, Naropa, and Tilopa. The story of Naropa and Tilopa is much longer and much greater. I gave you a synopsis. So we're going to go to that cave. To you, it's just a cave, but that's where these great masters meditated and became enlightened. So for the last 1,000 years, people have gone to these locations to pray and to make pilgrimage. And they have cemented it up and they have fixed it up because it's dilapidated, but that's that spot. So when we go there, please pray to Naropa and ask him, bless me to have Guru devotion just like you, Naropa. Bless me to be able to practice like you, Naropa. And bless me that I may remove my ego like you have removed on the last time you got curry for your master. Please pray like that. Wonderful. This is the great Mahasiddha Tilopa. Great Vajrayana practitioner. This is the great Mahasiddha Naropa. And forever he is credited for bringing the Naro Dakini, Naro culture, or Vajrayogini lineage to the world. When we read the Wheel of Sharp Weapons constantly and consistently and meditate, we'll understand Buddha's teachings. We'll understand where our problems come from. We'll understand how we cause problems for others. And if we follow the Wheel of Sharp Weapons, our minds will transform. It talks about anger, it talks about negative talk, it talks about selfishness, it talks about miserliness, it talks about greediness, it talks about using people, it talks about all of that and the result. So it's telling you what you do and the result. And on top of that, it's soliciting wrathful Manjushri to bless your mind that these teachings may sink in. So I would recommend all of you to hold this text of the Wheel of Sharp Weapons very close to you. I would recommend all departments of Kichara House to gather together and read this together once a week. Especially the heads of departments and the staff should read this once a week. Why? If you read this and you put it to your heart, harmony will grow faster. Then I would like Kichara House doing Tsok for the non-tantrikas to read this while the tantrikas are doing their puja quietly but together with a slight hum. So that would be very, very good. So this teaching should be read over and over again in all of our departments once a week. So I'll leave that to the liaisons, Liaison Yokfui, of course, along with Mr. Ngao, Education Department, to include that somewhere to be recited in Kichara House. Doesn't it soothe your mind to know the causes of whatever you've experienced? Isn't it nice to know the causes and the effects of karma? Very, very powerful. If you take refuge in Buddha, you should follow karma. If you follow karma, you will transform. If you transform, you will make many beings happy. When you make many beings happy, that's the purpose of life. Very simple. So, I'm very happy we recited all of that. In fact, I wanted to just recite about 25 verses and go, but it's very beautiful, it's very powerful, and I thought, well, that's the pilgrimage, inner pilgrimage today. So please, I request all of you to take that to the top and read it all the time. And those of you without tantric empowerments require long study of the sadhanas, long practice and recitation and meditation sadhanas. For those with non-tantric empowerments, this would be a very good sadhana to recite every single day. Every single day. Okay? Do you think, oh, but we're praying to Vajrayogini, now we're soliciting Yamataka? Yamataka is Vajrayogini's wisdom. Vajrayogini is Yamataka's great desire transformed. They are synonymous. They are one. When you pray to Yamataka, your ego will be reduced to do Vajrayogini's practice even better. Okay? Even us holding grudges, being angry with people, not letting go, what is the result? You can read here. Very, very simple. When we always point out people's faults, we point out people's faults that we have ourselves. What is the result? Easy to make friends, easy to lose friends. Why? Why is it we cannot maintain people? It tells us the karma. Why do we displease our gurus? Why do our gurus scold us? And no matter what we seem to do, we get a scolding. Why? It tells you the result and the cause and the effect here. So we should read it carefully. We should study it. It should be a very powerful practice. The 3 principal paths and the lamrim are all included within this recitation. Okay? You do not need to sit in front of Yamataka to do it anywhere. So it'd be nice to make offerings on your altar. Sit comfortably, make 3 prostrations, sit comfortably, then recite this as a daily sadhana for non-tantrikas. Tantrikas who do it, your tantric practice will excel. Excel. In all departments you do it. There should be a motto for all the departments. All the departments, for example, should get, like KSA, should get together once a week and sit down together and read this through together and then do your work. So it reminds you. It will be very, very beautiful. Okay? Any questions? Take a look on your right carefully. No, not it. Come here closer a little, I need to talk. This is the last of the 4 holy Vajrayogini temples, besides the Bamongnachu, or the water temple. That one doesn't really count. This is the last of the 4, and this is one of the first Vajrayogini temples that I've ever come to. Now I want to explain a few things. We're going to go inside, we're going to recite our prayer outside. There's a courtyard. roof. She's housed. She's directly under that. So in this house, it's a complex, and they used to live here. But in their home, in this family home, they have the chapel, and this chapel can pass down for generations and generations. All right. So this is called Vijayaswati Vajrayogini Mandir. I want you guys to learn this for future. Mandir is Nepali for temple. M-A-N-D-I-R, Mandir. This temple is Vijayaswari, V-I-J-A-S-W-A-R-I. So when the taxis take you, they'll drop you off down here. Actually, we have to go one round because we have so many people and our cars are quite wide. If we take a normal taxi from Kathmandu guest house, it's right here, direct. It takes literally 15 minutes. If you walk 25, 30 minutes. I've walked this path many, many times. Hundreds of times, okay? So it's very close by. Because of the people, we have to go one round. Now, this is the Vajrayogini temple. And this site, when you look behind me, there's a river. And there's actually, you don't need to look now, there's a river. And near the river, here, there is a crematorium, and it's an outdoor one, where for hundreds of years, when people have passed away, they do their rituals, and they come to the crematorium here, and they just burn outdoors, and they do pujas. So it's actually a fierce cemetery here. So, and they're still burning people here now when people die. So here resides one of the places of the Vajrayogini protector. So on Vajrayogini lineage, she has a few very powerful high-level protectors that are under her control, under her dominion. And one of them is a Sakya protector, Gompokur. Another one is Forearm Mahakala. Another one is Citapati, C-I-P-I-T, Citipati, C-I-T-I-P-A-T-I, Citipati, or Lady and Lord of the Cemetery. And they're in skeleton form. The male is Hiruka's emanation. The female is Vajrayogini's emanation. They're very high-level protectors. All right, and this is one of the places where they abide. So when we do Vajrayogini sadhana, in the end, you have to do a torma offering to Sitipati and the protectors. You'll be calling them from here. Okay, so for those who have Vajrayogini initiation, remember that. For those in the future, you remember that. This is one of the sites. You don't look at what's happened here, all that. It doesn't matter, because things here will collapse, grow, but the site will remain. Okay, so Sitipati, or the skeleton couple, Lady and Lord of the Cemetery, reside here. And so therefore, it's very, 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 very auspicious place, okay? So we're going to go in, and we're going to do our prayers in the courtyard, Vajrayogini prayers. After we make prostrations at this temple, and we make prayers, we're going to circumambulate around this temple 3 times, all right? We're going to do 3 times, and after that, we're going to go back to our cars, and then we're going to go to Swayambhunath. Swayambhunath is opposite the way we came, 5 minutes up the road. We are going to stop at the gate, get out of the car, look at the gate, look at the entrance, get back in the car, and then drive around the back to the top. Because the steps here are over 1,000 steps, okay? So the steps are not like yesterday, they're very small steps. And I've walked up and down many, many times carrying offerings. Okay, so we're going to go around, then we're going to go to the Swayambhunath Stupa. Behind that is Manjushri's place and the Temple of the Doors. Everybody understand? Yes. Okay, where do we go after this, Mr. Ngao?
We're going to go to the Swayambhunath.
Correct. The second most holiest stupa in Kathmandu, okay? Good, very good. Any questions? Good, very, very good, very, very good. James, what protector resides here? Very good. And they are who? They are emanations of? Correct. They are very, very powerful protectors, okay? For auspicious reasons, they have their own puja and their own concert. Their mantra is Geranza, Geranza, Kuma Kuma Koti Soha. Geranza, Geranza, Kuma Kuma Koti Soha. Very, very powerful to help you to attain Vajrayogini status. Okay, everybody ready? Think like this. The Lady of the Universe. The most powerful force in the universe. We can even say God. Is everybody ready to meet the noble lady, Vajrayogini? Yes. Let's go. She's independently successful. She doesn't depend on anyone. She doesn't care about anyone. So therefore, I've only met her a few weeks ago, and she is, of course, Miss May Peng. This is our new TKL committee to get TKL up. Come here. Our new TKL person. More and more successful people in their own right, inner, outer success will come. And what's very beautiful about Ms. May Peng is she talked to me yesterday. After she talked to me, I said, I don't have any permission to grant you. If you want to come aboard and do Dharma work, I have no right to stop you or to make you go. She said, okay. And she said to me that she will work very hard alongside Datin, Mr. Ngao, and Henry to make things happen. She says that I will listen, I will figure out, and I will see what I can do. May Peng is a great developer. She developed her family developed most of Shah Alam, and she developed all the buildings along Federal Highway. So her family is a development company. So that's what we need for TKL. I didn't know that. I just found out by accident this morning. And I don't know who she is. I don't know what really she does, but she wants to do it, come aboard. So we have a new person, a mature lady, her kids are grown up. She has a beautiful husband. She's come on pilgrimage, and she says, I want to do TKL. I want to do. She has opened 25 coffee beans in Shanghai alone. It's under her control, 25. On her own. Now she wants to commit to doing Dharma. The next one is, I don't really know who this person is very well. I've been hearing this person's name over and over and over and over nonstop. And apparently, she's very good in what she does. I don't know what that is exactly, but something to do with publications. In any case, it's another successful, power, jet-setting Vajrayogini lady who travels around the world and who has many, many contacts and many, many people around the world. Now, this lady would like to bring her contacts and bring her energy and bring her driving force into KNP. So I would like to formally welcome Ms. Joan Mahoney to be a permanent I would like to invite Ms. Joan Mahoney to be a permanent member, and she has accepted, of Kichara Media and Publications. So she will join the very, very wonderful, powerful team of Kichara Media Publications to get all of our books out and all of our publications out. Like I said, I don't know what she can do. Let's sit and watch. If she cannot do it, I take my kata back. But she will do it. So she will join Kichara Media Publications Department full-time, and she will make arrangements with the liaisons of Kichara Media Publications to do their thing. So I welcome her to our organization at this very holy spot, at this very auspicious spot. And I rejoice for her to bring Dharma, love, to all the beautiful people in our country and the region. I congratulate you for your decision. I congratulate you wholeheartedly. We have another powerful Vajrayogini lady. Another powerful. Our center is controlled, run, helped, pushed by beautiful ladies who are emanations of Vajrayogini. More members joining, more members coming in, more members to do. And members will bring more members. More members will bring more members. And where are we doing this commemoration, introduction, and pledge? Vajrayogini's Holy Chapel. That's where we're doing it. There's no more auspicious than this. And don't always look at Rinpoche. Rinpoche did it. No. No. You did it. You did it. You did your job. You did your work. You're able to inspire people. You're able to bring people in. Now what's most important is we're able to attract. Now we must develop our mind to keep them and not chase them away with our negative emotions. Why? Because our negative emotions will spark their negative emotions, then everybody's negative emotions come up. They wouldn't run, no one would leave if they don't have negative emotions, and we won't chase them away if we don't have it. It's very, very important to transform. Attracting people is not a big problem for us. keeping them will be our Dharma practice. Why? Because we want Dharma to grow. Okay? Good. Irene has been with me since 1987, my first visit. She's one of my older students. Where's Irene? She's been with me for quite a while, and she's gone to all the pilgrimage places, all the holy places with me. She's gone in everywhere. She's even met His Holiness the Dalai Lama together with me. And the pictures I have of the Dalai Lama and me are taken by Irene. And she's very loyal, and she's very devoted, and she's very straightforward, and she's very extremely focused on my projects and my work. My Guru Drigurunji told her that she has some very special connection with me from a previous life, most likely a relative. I cannot confirm, but if my Guru says so, then it must be so. Anyways, recently I told Irene that the Ladrang needs funds to take care. The Ladrang needs funds to give gifts. The Ladrang needs funds to travel. Needs funds to take care of salary. So I asked her to open up a restaurant. She's putting the money in. Kichara House, myself, doesn't have to do any work, and she will split the profits, part to her company, to further more projects to do for the Ladrang, and the profits to go to taking care of the Ladrang. So Irene will be doing that. She'll be doing something great. It's not a one-off donation. It's something that will generate funds for the Ladrang in the future. So I want to thank Irene very, very much, and I want to congratulate Irene. She's thought of many, many ideas. She's even tried to sell mattresses to fund the Ladrang for me many years ago. Nobody bought the mattresses. Everybody had one. But the effort was there. So I want to celebrate, and I want to say that I'm very, very happy with this, and I want to commemorate this. How about? Two katas. This is for Irene and her investor friends. So I'll offer this to them, represented by Irene. Good. Come. Kichara Vegetarian Restaurant. Good. This one take for your investors and yourself. Offer it together. Okay? Good. James, you take one helper. Irene, you go inside. Tsem Rinpoche staff, Tsem Rinpoche students, Tsem Rinpoche people will be overseeing all Tsem Rinpoche in the future, wherever it's situated. Does everybody understand? Very auspicious. Victory bell. Very, very auspicious. So Tsem Rinpoche staff, the committed staff, will take care of all Tsem Rinpoche departments. So if there's a Tsem Rinpoche in Gandhi, if there's a Tsem Rinpoche in Nepal, there's a Tsem Rinpoche in Malaysia, they will maintain, they will take care of it. I will sit in my room and meditate on my wonderful DVDs. And they will maintain it, and I'll be the holy Lama of DVDs. So when I die, you can put my ashes in a big DVD box. Wonderful news or not?
Yes.
I thank Irene for opening a restaurant to help Tsem Rinpoche. Whether it's successful or not will depend on our patronage and our support and our help. And I thank very much to her company and her investors for doing all of this. They are very kind to me always. Irene is scary, and she is fierce, and she wants things her way, and she does scare people away. But the good thing is she also can make things happen. And I'm very, very happy for that. And I welcome Mrs. Joan Mahoney, and I welcome Mrs. Mei Peng to our Kichara family with open arms. You do not have my permission to be here. You have given yourself permission to do something wonderful for others. Work hard in your departments. And remember one thing, no matter how humble I am still the boss.
And we stick to one center, one Lama, one practice, one protector, and one goal. And if I see any traitors in my midst, you know what will happen. Confiscation of any blessings I have conferred. Welcome to everyone. Janju. Tony. Let's circumambulate. Immediately when I finish the prayer, the thunder struck. 3 signs received today. Please don't forget it. It is not maybe, it is not superstition, it is not one person lying. We all witnessed it. So it's a very auspicious sign. What we're doing in there, what we prayed in there, what we dedicated in there will come true for everyone. Welcome to the new members. You brought us rain, thunder, and rainbows. Excellent auspicious sign for all of us. Okay? Let's run, we gotta move fast because you know it gets dark at 6. We got to go to 2 more places to run. Go. We did just now. Careful the dog, Wendy. Let the dog pass. This is the temple of the doors I talked to you about. It's forever locked. Requesting to grant you long life. Requesting to grant your mother and your father's long life. And if they reincarnated, for them to be in the Dharma in the future. Request the 16 arhats to have all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, deities, always emanate to help others. And the residing Lamas now to live long and not think about passing away. May all of you have long life, health, and happiness. May all of you have stable life and extremely long to do Dharma practice. May all Everybody, this is the way we're supposed to come up. We took a shortcut because you're all, 1,000 steps. Last time we walked down this way, but today no time, so lucky you. Okay, those who've seen, move on. Let the next group see. Don't just stand there and gawk like a bunch of weirdos. Bill, keep that. You're supposed to come up in there all the way to the bottom. Okay, our car was down there. That's the real way for pilgrimage. Okay? That's the real way you're supposed to come up. Now you come up here, you can get the ambulance fit. Okay, that's how you're supposed to come up. That's the real way for pilgrimage. fundamental of this place. Do not look at the building, do not look at the land, do not look at the trees. So many celestial beings gather at this place once a year to receive Dharma discourse for Lord Manjushri. So what we're going to do here is we're going to offer Manjushri incense and request him to bless our minds and to be never separated from him. So after that, we'll do a dedication and we'll go to our next location. All right? Just remember this site. Those who have third eye can perceive things. Those who do not or are sensitive can perceive things. Those who don't have third eye cannot perceive anything. Just do the prayer and pray.
Om Arabazanadi. Om Arabazanadi. Om Arabazanadi.
Now, we've done wonderful. We're going to walk down to the car, go to the last place, is a cave, and that's it. But I want everybody to be very happy and rejoice. Give a big hug.
Can everyone hear me? Okay, I have three. Okay, Rinpoche has just briefed me. Okay, I got stand there. Okay, I briefed now in Naropa Cave.
Rinpoche is saying a prayer now in Naropa Cave.
There are 3 points which Rinpoche wants me to convey.
There are 3 points Rinpoche wants me to convey.
Where Rinpoche is praying is where actually the Raja Yogini lineage actually came from here. It's spread far and wide.
The Raja Yogini lineage came from here and has been spread far and wide.
And our Raja Yogini at home is because of Naropa. This is one of Naropa's meditation cave.
This is one of Naropa's meditation caves.
And it's very, very wonderful because Tilopa, his guru, is next door.
And it's very wonderful because Tilopa, his guru, is next door.
Okay, and this is a very famous Hindu site. This whole area, you can see the river. It's a very famous Hindu site.
This is a very famous Hindu site with the river and everything.
You look down there, as you can see the temple. The temple is one of the biggest.
The temple is one of the biggest Hindu temples.
Okay, right now Rinpoche is going to say a 15 minutes prayer. Okay, and everyone, alright, everyone just go past slowly here. Everyone gather that side one by one. Start from Miss Lim. One by one will pass Rinpoche. Kneel down, and what you all of you think of and
Wait. Rinpoche is doing a prayer now. We will start moving around, starting with Miss Lim. We will go around to that side.
okay, once you reach. Okay, once you guys are in front of where Rinpoche is, kneel down and pray that whatever my guru wishes for may it come true.
When you get to where Rinpoche is, kneel down and pray whatever my guru wishes for may it come true.
Alright? Everyone understand?
Does everyone understand?
Thank you, Jamie.
I don't need to lie.
To wash the clothes, get arms clean, and to basically to live in seclusion and quiet. We must recreate this in TKL. I rejoice all of you have come here. Daso. Janchu. Tony. Kewan.